Every day, historic buildings across America are being torn down, and what's inside can be lost or destroyed forever. But not if Mike and Robert get there first.
Bring it down just a little bit.
From an old farmhouse to an abandoned mill, together they restore, repurpose, or resell whatever salvage they can find.
Now, this is a no fun thing.
They're saving pieces of history and America, one salvage job at a time.
The value just keeps going up.
They are the Salvage Dawgs.
Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how we make money here.
Not this way.
Down, Piggy, down, Piggy.
What are you doing?
I caught him. You know, tail riding around the corner, you know, atop a...
That was pretty amazing. That was pretty amazing arrival.
I'm usually very accepting on things that are coming in, but I'm having doubts about this one.
Oh, man, doubt no more. This thing has a story, and it's cool. This was sitting outside of a barbecue joint in Salem, right by Roanoke College. And when the college kids would have, like, an event or a birthday or something, they'd come and paint it up. So that kind of, you can see all the different colors there. But
So what was the deal? Did we buy this, or you just...
yeah, it's ours now.
We're going to be relegated to pork farming.
Okay, how much?
They were done with it. So we paid, what, 75, I think? What we ended up on it?
Well, that's not bad.
Nah.
What's it weigh?
Oh, a lot.
I mean, we get them all the time, but never one this size. This is
a big pig.
This is an award-winning.
This is a big pig.
Anybody got some biscuits?
He's a little rough.
All right, here we go.
Tay on the pig is, it's a proud moment for a father.
But not an employer.
All right, these are some leftovers. Get out of here. There we go.
Yes. There's no question we'll sell the pig. I like it. I just don't like what it's doing to production. It's like...
I'm off to conquer. Conquer foreign emperors.
All right, Robert, what we got this week?
Man, we got an adventure. We do.
Oh, good.
More than usual? We're following the buffalo and the Indians and Daniel Boone right down the Wilderness Road down to Southwest Virginia near Abingdon. It's called the Old Glades Stagecoach Inn, and it's built supposedly in the late 1700s. Unfortunately, a tornado hit it about 2 years ago.
Yeah, that whole area
and
got
had its
devastated.
way with it. Ooh.
But the rest of it kind of has the
It's a
end.
little ugly after that. You can't tell by looking at it, but there's a couple log cabins hiding in there behind that Greek Revival facade. There's some very old stuff in there, so we want to get it before it comes down. Right now, it's unsafe and it's got to go. Also, I got a friend coming in. She saw Mike's performance on the balance beam.
Who'd have thunk it?
and her daughter is a gymnast. She called, and it just like we were thinking about doing, she wants a desk for her daughter.
Sure.
It's a great idea.
You're going to breathe some new life into that balance.
Absolutely. Yeah, but we might as well get on with it. Let's pack it up and let's get out of town.
The truck's ready and hit the road.
Yep.
We've had this a little while, and nobody's ponied up to buy it as a balance beam, which I'm really surprised, because there's a lot of gymnasts out there.
Hey, Brandon.
Hello, how are you?
Robert had a customer come in. She wanted a desk, which is great. That's where I wanted it to go. Kind of like this. I like to repurpose stuff. So it's a complete reuse of its original form, but you're going to be able to tell it's a balance beam. Let me show you what we're going to do first, Lonnie. We're going to cut it at 6 feet.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take the drops, the other 6 foot, and we're going to cut wings, and we'll probably do a notch. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take the legs off, and then we'll start marking everything up and cut it.
Okay.
All right. Here's the moment. If I screw up, I can't put it back. There it is. To kind of give you an idea, a desk typically is one-sided. You can only put your chair on one side. This one can be a table or a desk. So that's the basic shape of the table. We got a lot of sizing to do, shaping to do. All right, so you got what I need done?
Yes.
If you got any questions, give me a call.
Okay.
All right, man.
We'll do that.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
All right. It's hard to land these salvage jobs, and this one turned around in days. But I like it like that because there's not a lot of thinking, not a lot of time for people to change their mind.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
We're near Abingdon, Virginia. Southwest Virginia near the Tennessee line.
Glade Springs.
Glade Springs.
Yeah.
And this is the old Glade Stagecoach Inn. It looks pretty good from this angle, but when you get up top, it's missing part of its roof. A tornado came through here, and that's the only reason this thing's coming down. Inside, there's a bunch of nice doors.
Right.
Interesting locks. It's all poplar floors. There's 2 entry door sets, one on the first floor, one on the second floor that we want to get. We're going to leave the exterior alone, although we may take some windows.
Yeah, we'll just prepare the way out, top down, in the truck.
Out the door. It's almost in the truck.
Just
it's
like
almost
that.
in the truck already. All right.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go!
Digging into this thing. It's a little bit older than our usual. Appears to be a dog trot cabin, which is basically 2 stacks of log cabins, 2 stories tall, and it's got 1 roof across the top of it with a breezeway through the middle of it.
These structures are around. You just never know that they're hidden behind the facade of a 1800s house.
A drill would be great.
The doors, they're good. The flooring and the beams that were hand cut and planed. This was a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Cold.
I'm not sure
I think it was a rough in the rough. I'm not sure.
This is the stuff they love?
Sure, people love this stuff.
There's not a lot to love in here for me.
That's good.
I'd love to have
Hey there.
this.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Robert Cole.
April Bird.
Nice to meet you.
April, good to see you here.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
April was great. It was all gung-ho, and she was really into the fact that they were going to save this stuff.
Are you going to help today?
Of course I'm going to help.
So come in here from the bottom. It's very seldom that we have an owner that wants to, one thing, they don't want to sell us stuff first, and then the other thing is to participate in the carnage. Gotta wear them now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, April. Since this is
Let's see how much stuff I can break.
In a house this old, most things come out easy. Man, that was the easiest man I've taken off in a long while. Other things, not so much. Hey, look. You can really see through here now. Yeah, all right. I'm putting on the clinic now, how not to take out a sash. The whole endeavor is just kind of soul-crushing. Just pop it right out, Rob. Pop it. We're going to have just a little repair work on this one. Take a look at this.
that's the keeper for that door right there.
Yeah, for this door right here.
You're looking at a house built before 1850. Majority of it, even of the stuff that was made on machines, is really handmade.
It's up right there, so that's how it opens.
And a lot of skill was needed to actually make it work.
There's one over here. This is a copy of what's called a carpenter lock. This is an American version of one. Carpenter locks were pervasive across the British Empire. So that thing's worth probably $250 restored. If it was a carpenter lock, maybe $6.
You sure that's not a carpenter lock, Robert? I think Robert's mistaken. I think that's a carpenter lock. That's my story.
Filling out the truck here.
Timber! Let's go!
Right outside the door there.
Yeah, y'all need a mask.
I know that the overhead on that second floor was compromised.
This is a job, man.
Yeah.
So I think Robert probably thought that the best thing to do is harvest that wood.
Yum.
But what happened is all the rock wool insulation that was sitting up there dumped. That was a friggin' mess.
Let's think about something more pleasant. Anything. Anything's more pleasant than this. Oh.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Thinking about getting my resume together.
Oh man, what happened in here?
We made a mess.
Oh man. You know, when I walked up there and I was, you know, shin deep in rock wool.
And mouse leavings.
A mouse leaves. Yeah, that was a little bit of a biohazard, I think, going on.
This is so ridiculous.
But you know, I'm thinking everybody's outfitted in the right PPE.
Ask Ted about his outlook on PPEs and mouse droppings.
I should have listened to my horoscope. It said just stay in bed.
Sorry, Ted.
I would have helped, but I was busy.
What were you busy doing?
I was busy taking out that door.
That first one? This door right here is beautiful. It's all handmade glass. You know, probably Greek Revival is what the form is. Probably 1840s or... Sure, it's a little short. Yeah, if you wear a hard hat, it's not a problem.
That door was ripping your fanny.
Does it look like I'm struggling? Well, that was because the whole house sat on that door. The whole house sat on that door. There's a roof on top of it and a ceiling, and it all sits on top of this big opening. And there used to be a beam that went all the way across. It held it up. It's called a header. It's completely rotted out, and as soon as I take this door out, the roof is going to come down on my head. I want to prevent that. That's all you need right there. Whoop. The door was difficult. The door was a situation.
Yeah.
All right, okay, that's enough. I was concerned, so I was prudent. Made some prudent moves to avoid a collapse.
That's what we count on you for, Robert.
That's right.
Prudent.
I think it's coming out now, but it's hitting something right where...
He's doing the right thing. He's trying to save it. You know, I'll give him that. Other than that, I'd have had it out by now.
Now we're ready. That's what happens when you take your time right there.
I got it. There it is. Take it right on in.
Well, the doors are always important to us
Put your fingers, put your toes.
because it could be a centerpiece of a home.
Well done.
Worth a little care. That's why Mike was doing what he was doing, and that's why I was doing what I was doing. That's a nice half day's work.
We want these beams. Of course, we want the flooring too. So we're gonna work from underneath, and we'll pop these boards off. Then we're gonna cut these beams and haul them out. So it'll be a vaulted ceiling all the way up. How's it going, Grayson?
What are we doing in there, Mike?
It's a great room now.
These beams are nice. Nice little detail they put on them. I'd work my way from there to here.
That's brilliant, Robert. Brilliant.
Always.
This is everything we thought it'd be and more. The bead on each side.
Yeah, that's a sweet bead.
The floor joists. They were all hand cut and hand planed. You get all flush with that because it's cool stuff. It's handmade, and that sounds like a cliche, but it's true. This was pretty fine back then. You know, this is kind of the jewels of the house. It's the crown mold, so to speak. I could see selling each one of these beams for $300 to $450.
Working man coming through. Excuse me, guys. Where? Where?
Nice.
We are later in the day than I'd like it to be, and not as far along as we'd like to be. 20–30% of this stuff that I planned on taking is rotten, and I still got 60% left to do right now. So it's timing-wise, we're not doing that great.
Just like we drew it up.
Yeah, we're back at the old Stagecoach Inn this morning. Hopefully we're going to knock it out quickly. Ted and I are going to tackle these other rooms and get the beams out, and then we're going to take the staircase in one piece. And I think as soon as we get Mike working this morning, maybe we'll get that done. He's claiming the stairs as his own.
Just cut right up top there, right below that beam. Anytime you take anything out intact, it has a better chance of being sold for its intended purpose. We don't take the stairs out in one unit, then it's just parts. It's risers and treads and pickets and handrails. And
It's wood.
It's just wood. We can probably, once we get it, but pulling these stairs apart in one piece, we get them to the shop, clean them up, put some love into them. They got a story. Somebody's going to buy them.
Hey, Mama, looks good. You've done wonders with the place.
Thanks. This is what your old house was made of. That's solid oak. I mean, look how tight the grain is here. The commodity that you get in these old houses is the age of this lumber. Tells you it's oak. You think about it, that house was 1780s. The wood itself, I think those trees were probably 70, 80, 100 years old themselves. So, you're looking at 300-plus-year-old wood.
Holy.
Yeah. That was, pre...
Looking pretty good
Yeah.
for your age there. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Do it!
Okay, let's hit this.
Looking strong, man. Looking strong.
just gonna rest my forearms here for a little bit.
Go, Popeye. We can cut these beams, really.
After we were done getting all the goodies out of the house, it was time to take the stairs out.
That's ready to go. Are y'all ready?
Ready? Can we get a briefing?
I got it attached to this beam right here. And as what I want to do, instead of dropping it straight down, because what the geometry will break this,
Yeah.
I want it to go out and then down. All right?
All right.
Go ahead and start, pull it back. I like these stairs because they weren't normal. They were a little narrower than a modern day stair. Pull it back. Hold on.
Pull it back.
And they came off pretty easy. There it is, right?
Okay.
Right there.
Oh, goodness.
Keep going, keep going. All right, there you go. Just set it down, set it down.
Is this okay? What's the beam?
Oh!
That's all right. Y'all break it?
No.
Did y'all break it?
Well, yeah.
The stairs were nice. They were period, and the railing was great. Didn't know how heavy it was.
It's going to be a little tricky here, boys.
Hang on, hold it.
Okay,
All right.
Woo!
I need to strap it
How
there.
you do it?
Let's go
Come
home.
on, guys.
We got it done, I was thinking a day and a half. Realistically, 2 days is what it should have taken, and it's noon. We're out of here.
I think we made some improvements, actually.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's cleaner now than it
Two
was.
great rooms.
There's a truckload, a semi-truckload of good wood here.
Yeah.
So it's worth the return.
Super.
Get out of here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, dogs.
Great. Good job, guys.
Hey, Brandy. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Remember
See
Mike?
you again.
Yeah,
Yeah, how are
it's
you?
nice to see you.
We got something for you.
Yeah.
Ready?
I am ready. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how different it looks. When I was there the first time, just looking at it, it was all
It had been
dirty.
weathered.
and
It was a little weathered.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's great.
Don't lose your balance, Mike.
This thing turned out really, really well. It was one of a kind. You're just not going to find one like it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, next.
Get the glass.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, sounds
hope.
good.
We don't make our own glass, and we don't always have it safe, like tempered glass for desktops. So I usually call in our friends at Roanoke Glass, who supply us with most of our custom needs.
There she is.
Hey.
There it is.
What do you think?
It's cool.
Yeah, I think you're going to be the only one with one.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah, sit down in front of it.
We need the numbers, 10. It's a 10 right
That's
away.
right. That's right.
Yeah, she was calm. A lot calmer than I was hoping for. I was looking for a little more,
Wow! Yeah, she's level-headed.
level-headed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like it.
All right, time to get back to work. It turned out 10 times better than I thought it would. It really turned out great.
This is going to stay with her for a long time, and she could use it for a dining table. Either way, it's a win-win.
It was a full week. A lot of pork. Yeah, it worked out great. I like happy customers.
Yeah, it was a good week. It's just meat and potatoes like we like. This is the first stagecoach in we've ever done. I can just see people pulling up in the stagecoach with all beaten up from the trail and, wanting to get a bath in a sarsaparilla. Hey, bartender.